Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. And yes, we watched the Tevin Farmer versus William Zepada fight. Just looking at it, analyzing it. And, William Zepada, they've been calling out Shakur Stevenson lately, won that fight. Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. And I'll be honest, after watching the Tevin Farmer fight, man, Shakur Stevenson will dominate William Zepada easy. His style is tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. Tevin Farmer, who is not even a big puncher, dropped William Zepada. Dropped him. And, just with a tricky jab, he threw a Zepada and dropped him. And, these guys are calling out Shakur Stevenson, a defensive specialist that has more pop than Tevin Farmer. This will not be a good fight. This will not be a good fight. I think the fight will definitely get made on Shakur Stevenson's side, especially after seeing William Zepada against Tevin Farmer. I kind of praised William Zepada here last week, thinking that, hey, this guy is, not saying he's the top guy at 135, but, I was thinking he can give those guys a run for the money, but no chance. No chance after watching him against Tevin Farmer. And that's not taking nothing away from Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer is a decent fighter. He's a good fighter, but nowhere near on the elite status of like a Shakur Stevenson, a Tank Davis. It's just not there. He has a rock'em sock'em style where he's gonna stand in front of you and bang with you all night, shot for shot, no defense, no nothing. And Shakur Stevenson won't do nothing but pick him off all night, make him miss and pick him off all night. You can see it happening. And I think Shakur Stevenson dominates William Zepada. So let's see if Oscar and his team, let's see if they'll make that fight pop off. Let's see if they'll go ahead and sign the contract to fight Shakur Stevenson. And me, I've been critical of Shakur Stevenson also. I think we need to see Shakur Stevenson against top quality guys. I criticize all the top guys if they're not fighting guys that are up to their ability. Whether it's Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis, Canelo Alvarez, these are great fighters, but are fighting guys that we know they're going to beat. And the William Zepada fight is, tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. And Zepada is number one in a lot of the 135 rankings right now. He's like number one, I think, in 3 of the 4 rankings. So, for him to put on a lackluster performance and getting dropped by a pillow-fisted Tevin Farmer, I think that speaks volumes on where William Zepada is at as far as skill-wise, and just where he can he hang with the big dogs in that division? Of course not. Of course not. So going to be very interesting to see who Shakur Stevenson's next opponent will be. Me personally, I think Shakur Stevenson needs to go and revenge the Edwin De Los Santos fight. If you want to be considered that great Floyd Mayweather type status, every time Floyd Mayweather had a close fight, where people were questioning his win, he ordered a rematch and went and got that back and proved to the world that he is over. He's an elite athlete. Just like the Madonna fight. First Madonna Mayweather fight, very, very close. Very close fight. I think Floyd won it though, but it was a close fight. But to leave no doubt in nobody's minds, Floyd went rematch Madonna, and he whitewashed him the second fight. You know, so we need to get that kind of ilk out of Shakur Stevenson. He needs to be cut from that kind of cloth. Run that back with Edwin De Los Santos. Let's see you dominate Edwin De Los Santos and hurt him. A guy that got power, you know. So yeah, but the Williams Zepada fight, Shakur Stevenson, come on, man. Shakur Stevenson is gonna dominate Williams Zepada, you know, easy. You know, people are pushing, you know, the Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I don't see that happening this year. I mean, in 2025, I just don't see it. If anything, if Gervonta fights anybody in 2025 that's close to that level, I would probably want to say is going to be Keyshawn Davis. And you know, even though Keyshawn had a great performance here a couple weeks ago, I don't think Keyshawn is quite yet ready for a Gervonta Davis. I think Keyshawn may need 2 or 3 more fights to legitimize himself to be able to call out a guy like Tank. You know, so that's where I'm at with it. But you know, hey, both of these guys, Shakur and Tank, need to come on with the big fights. We want to see y'all in there against viable opponents that could possibly, you know, give y'all a, you know what, who I think will be a great opponent also for Shakur, while only fight Frank Martin. You know, get in the ring with Frank Martin and see what kind of performance he can have with Frank Martin if he's not going to fight Edwin De Los Santos in the rematch. You know, no matter what you say about Frank Martin's a tough contender. He's a decent fighter, got power, in shape, and in the first round or two, you know, he looked pretty good against Gervonta, but he just couldn't quite get over that hump, you know, once Gervonta started hitting him with those power shots. Frank Martin kind of, you know, backed up, and you know, his stamina wasn't all the way intact. You know, once you start getting into those later rounds against guys like Shakur, against guys like Tank Davis, that stamina is gonna really play a big role in your performance, because that was one of Mayweather's strengths, is his stamina. You know, he'll get you tired by the 6th round, you're gassed out. Mayweather's just starting cranking up, you know. So yeah, so I think Shakur needs to you know, step up the competition. Like I said, I got Shakur dominating Williams Zepada. You know, no question, Shakur beats Williams Zepada, maybe by knockout. Just being honest with you guys, maybe by knockout. You know, if it's not going to be Williams Zepada for Shakur, Frank Martin. This is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.